Hello everyone on Twitch and on YouTube. My name is Nobody, and I am going to be casting this now record game. This game was played just about 10 minutes ago, and as I was explaining for the Twitch audience just a few seconds ago, this game was really something that I caught the tail end of it as I was looking for games to cast, and just by speeding up through some of this record, I was like, holy crap, this is really an excellent game. It'll really break the meta game and has some really crazy moments in it. And I wanted to cast this from the very beginning. Want to give this game a little bit of justice. And every now and then you get these games where you're like, at least as a caster, you're like, I can't believe nobody has casted... nobody. I can't believe no one has casted this. I'm nobody, of course. I can't believe anyone has casted this, so I have to go ahead and cast it myself, because otherwise this game will be lost to time. And we don't want that. So this is an arena game between two of the... arena specialist, if you were, StefanHD, or just Stefan, and JonSnow. JonSnow is streaming right now. In fact, you can check out his stream if you're interested. But he's basically, both these players are arena specialists. They really don't play other maps. So they're really good on arena, which kind of has its own meta. It's one of those few maps that really has their own meta. So if you think about the maps that, you know, players exclusively play, Arabia, Arena, Black Forest, maybe Forest Nothing if that's what you're into. But there aren't a whole lot of games where that particular map is so different as far as play styles that players exclusively gravitate towards that map, and Arena is one of them. So we need to give Arena, maybe Nomad. Nomad you might count as one. But yeah, we have to give this map a little bit of love every now and then. And these players are quite incredible. JonSnow, really great with his monk micro. He's got to be very happy with his random choice of civilization. Aztecs, one of the best arena civilizations. Back in Age of Conquerors days, they were the best. Now it might be a little bit more debatable. But the Teutons certainly aren't a slouch at all on arena. And with their monks having pretty much full upgrades, with their units resisting conversion, which is huge when going against a civilization like the Aztecs, those are all very big bonus for, you know, players that can really make best use out of those monks. Overall, you know, I would give the Aztecs a little bit of an edge. They certainly have more offensive capabilities, but we'll see what the Teutons has to offer. Both civilizations get great farming bonuses in that the Aztecs gather food faster because of their carry capacity, and the Teutons, of course, have cheaper farms. Teutons very cavalry-heavy, heavily civilization, and the Aztecs are very infantry-heavy. I still like the Aztecs a little bit better, because I like infantry over cavalry, you know, eagle warriors and pikemen. And looks like JonSnow might be going for the boar. Stefan is saying, take. Just go ahead and take it. What are you waiting for? Trying to intimidate him, I bet. But looks like JonSnow's not going to fall for not taking it, and he's going to take it anyway. If that makes sense. A little bit of reverse psychology there for you. Yeah, that boar really doesn't want to be taken. Maybe Stefan knew something here about that boar's temperament. Instead, that eco warrior just lost half of itself. Okay, so pretty good start from Stefan, if you ask me. Gonna gather up some of these deer. Now, the early game, if you're not too familiar with Arena, early game of Arena is, you don't really have to scout too much of your opponent. What you have to do is have a really clean, really optimal build, decide what kind of build you're going to be going for, and lure in some extra deer. Very essentially, you lure in extra deer at this high level. Sometimes they're a little farther away than you'd like. Google how to lame a boar. Oh, a little bit of trash talking here. Arena players are certainly known for their trash talking. The players are just trying to get their build really optimal. And another big aspect of Arena, a lot of mind games in Arena. It's really hard to tell what your opponent is doing if you can't scout them behind their walls. You don't know if they're going to place a stable. You don't know if they've gone Market Blacksmith or planning on booming. These decisions really decide the game. And because of that, I think Arena is really one of the maps where it really favors really great decision making. You have to be on point with your decisions. One wrong decision can cost you a game. If you decide to boom while your opponent goes 3 Monastery and a Siege Workshop, you're going to be dead in a matter of minutes. And as well, just one more thing about Arena. You really can see huge disparities between players that have much better economies and players that have much more military. And that might be something that we see in this game. And usually that doesn't happen because if you have a great military, you do some raiding, and now the economy's even up and you win the game. But that doesn't quite happen on Arena because of the walls, because of the defensive play style. All these things make Arena really a unique map, which you guys probably already know. JonSnow, or JonSnow, whichever you prefer. He's nicknamed JonSlow because if you watch his stream, he's a little bit of a slower player. You don't need the best micro in Arena. Again, you just need really good decision making. Or a lot of experience in JonSnow's case. JonSnow going up to the next age very quickly. 25 population only. So you notice players don't get Loom. Don't need it. And with these extra deer, this really helps if you're going to go for a very quick, fast castle age. And give me 1 second. Anyway, sorry about that. I got a phone call and I'm a little paranoid because I'm still waiting on an acceptance for my medical school. And no, it was just advertising, so... False alarm for me. Let's get back to the game. We have Market and Blacksmith coming up from JonSnow. What this means, in addition to adding villagers on gold, he's going to go with a Monk Rush. Very typical of the Aztecs, but remember that he is going against the Teutons. The Teutons get a natural conversion resistance bonus, which usually isn't a huge bonus in this game if you're playing on an open map where you don't see a lot of monks. However, on Arena, it's a huge bonus. And it really makes the Teutons quite formidable. Now, interestingly, Stefan has decided to go with a stable, so he's probably going to make a few scouts, and that allows him to take map control to prevent his opponent from taking those relics. The scouts, with their normal conversion resistance, plus the conversion resistance of the Teuton's bonus really adds up. Those things add together. And let me make sure my stream is still going. Yeah, fine. Just dead on my phone for whatever reason. So Castle Age coming up. JonSnow has gone up a little bit faster. Quite a bit faster, in fact. Why the chat on my phone died? There we go. Okay, I'm back up. And so yeah, but no scouts, interestingly, from Stefan quite yet. So still working on his boar. And JonSnow's gone with double barracks. And he's going to go with double Eagle Warrior production. So this is a lot of investment from JonSnow, even going forward. And going to drop forward monasteries. This is a lot of pressure that's going to come on to Stefan. What is Stefan's plan? He's got no military right now. This is what you don't want to see if you're going against the Aztec player, but this is what you see so often with them. Okay, Stefan's going to scout out the forward. There's already 4 Eagle Warriors out. Not 1, but 2 Aztec villagers coming forward. Loom is done. Eagle Warrior upgrade is coming in. And still no response. Archery range from Stefan. He's already got the stable here, and now he's going archery range. Double archery range, in fact. I can't tell you how unusual this is to see the Teutons going 2 archery ranges against Eagle Warriors, and when a stable is already up. That is really outside the box thinking, which usually loses you games, but we'll have to see. Siege Tower, the famous Siege Tower coming up, and that's going to help JonSnow get in even quicker and surprise his opponent. Fletching's being upgraded now, but these are some Eagle Warriors. These are pretty error resistant. Going to get in on the gold right now. Villager count 4 ahead for Stefan. These villagers don't have loom? Oh my gosh. Just go for the villagers. They're gonna die so quickly. Luckily, those knights are great against eagle warriors, but without loom, those villagers should die quickly. And if I was JonSnow, just go for the villagers. They're gonna die instantly. So a little bit of a missed opportunity here for JonSnow, attacking the knights instead of the villagers. And that's a relatively successful defense for Stefan, killing a bunch of eagle warriors, KD ratio 5 to 4. Did lose about maybe 2 villagers there, but could have been a lot worse. Could have lost all of his villagers. Yeah, Tudin's cavalry archers. What a first. Yeah, I find this even more odd. Just that we've seen a stable first. And then the archery ranges. So yeah, this is already a very odd game, to say the least. JonSnow, this is classic one town center play. He's going all in on aggression. Now it's interesting to see if Stefan's going to in fact add a town center. It's not like he gets a discount on his cavalry archers, so they're going to be a little bit hard to produce if you want to add a town center. Going to go with the siege workshop first. That's an excellent idea. Get some mangonels out. But remember, the Aztecs, they get all their monk techs, including redemption. So that siege workshop's only going to be useful for a limited time until redemption comes in. But it's good for the time being. Even worse than Malian cavalry archers. Well, the thing is, they're good in Castle Age. They're not good in Imperial Age because the Teutons, of course, don't get Bracer, and I think they don't get Heavy Cavalry Archer either. But for Castle Age, they're going to be fine. Certainly good for a defensive play style. If you want to play behind walls, Archer units are great at that. They're not going to be as vulnerable to mangonels as crossbow, and of course, you don't have to upgrade to the crossbow upgrade because you're already in Castle Age. So with this, with the cavalry archers costing 10 less gold compared to Age of Conquerors, this makes them a lot more viable in some situations. Is this the right situation? I don't know. I might have just preferred to go straight knights. You already have that conversion resistance bonus. I think I would have gone knights. But so far, this is a successful defense from Stefan. As long as he keeps these eagles out. But these monks are going to make the job a lot harder. And in fact, that house is going to go down. These houses won't stay up very much longer. Can monks and villagers go over walls with the siege tower? Oh, I don't know. I think so. I think they can. Certainly they can't go over houses, though. That's not how that mechanic works. That monk gonna get a conversion. One downside to Cavalry Archer, though, is they do have one less range than Crossbow, so that monk has a huge range advantage. Somehow, I don't know how, Stefan keeping those Eagle Warriors out. Looks like the stable will stay up. That monk has already used its conversion. Yeah, there you go. Stefan's going to go pick off that monk. That's a great idea. And if he can get that battering ram, that'd be even better. And this is the big upgrade. Redemption coming in. We don't have a lot of monks out on the field, but they'll be pretty well upgraded now. So these mangonels are now going to be a lot more useless. The mangonels are what's keeping these walls up. So Redemption is really going to aid JonSnow's push. JonSnow still 1 TC back at home, heavily saturating gold. And as you can see, resources are at the maximum. Meanwhile, Stefan's still only 1 town center, really focusing on defending. One of the benefits of going so aggressive with a monk rush, though, especially as Aztecs, I didn't mention this bonus earlier, but all their relics generate more gold. And this, let's pay attention to this fight. This is a really critical fight. Redemption is done, but there's no monks yet to convert. That mangonel did quite a bit of work. And again, another successful defense from Stefan, keeping himself in this game. Looks like this monk may get a conversion. As you can see, the knight is quite resistant. And he was able to get out of there. Any other civilization, that knight would have been converted. Alright, JonSnow's saying, alright, it's time to stop playing around. I'm going to add a 3rd barracks, in addition to the 3rd monastery. Adding more and more. And oh no! You never want to lose a Mangano. It's going to try to escape. And it's just barely going to get out of there. It's devastating to lose a siege weapon to conversion. And now those monks are pushing back the mangonels. And these rams are going to go to town on this house. Eagle Warrior's still pretty deadly against cavalry archers. Monks are pretty decent too. These are pretty expensive cavalry archers. Hi, is Nobody or in Project Belgium canceled or starting late? They have rescheduled, I believe. I will check again after this game. But trust me, you're not going to want to miss this game. As already we've seen some unusual plays and a pretty even game. The scores would say otherwise due to the KD ratio, but JonSnow is the one who has the momentum. And just with a few conversions, this can all turn around. These are Aztec monks, you never underestimate them. It looks like the monk is going to try to get a conversion on these cavalry archers. Not going to get it. Eagle Warrior's going to try to sneak through. Looks like they won't get a mangonel. And one conversion. But now there's a lot of monks. The more the monks get massed up, the harder they are to take down. Even going to start converting these barracks. The walls are pretty much down now for Stefan. Stefan has added a town center, so he's going for the long game. 15 bill advantage for him. JonSnow, back at home, still one town center. In fact, look at that gold. That's atrocious. Needs to build a second mining camp. Let's see if these monks are able to get some conversions. Getting a little bit too close. I don't like this engagement. Gonna lose one cavalry archer. And that's it. But this mangonel is going to start going to town on this town center. We have those two forward villagers here to repair. All of these military buildings creating. Now, one thing that JonSnow could do that would really help him is, since he has map control, he should be able to take away some of these relics. Oh, I love this play from Stefan. Just going to park one cavalry archer here to make sure his opponent doesn't do that. Alright, Stefan realizes he needs to invest more into military. He's going to add a fourth archery range. He's fully committed to cavalry archers. We're not even thinking about Imperial Age here. We're just thinking about defend right now. Anyone know why Katsuni stopped streaming? No particular reason. He's a busy guy. And he has a life of his own. Looks like this is a critical moment in this game. I'm sure you'll see him on this channel again sometime at one point or another, though. So, keep watching. So, battering ram is now under the town center. Luckily, that monk got sniped down. Like, that monk didn't get a conversion. But this town center is now almost at half health. And these cavalry archers really can't do anything against the ram. You can ungarrison the villagers, sure, but look at how many monks are standing by. And very lucky, was able to get that kill on that battering ram before the monks converted the mangonel. So this is a very, very dicey game that both players are playing. Now Stefan is going to move in. JonSnow is going to start converting. Even a scorpion out. Gonna take a big shot with the mangonel. Mangonel's still alive. Gonna lose a few cavalry archers to conversion. Oh, even converted that one mangonel there. Another big hit. And the town center's still very low on health. And even though it looks like Stefan did win that fight, still doesn't have any of the momentum at all. Gonna try to repair up that town center, heal back the cavalry archers. There's still a huge mass of monks, and these monks will regain their faith if they have lost it. It's a classic terror mining camp. Yes, it is. Oh, why did he build another one there? Oh my gosh. And where's he going now? Gonna go to stone, maybe? Or a castle? No, it looks like they're going forward. Oh boy. And who says that arena doesn't require a lot of micro? This is all micro right now. You have to really pick and choose your fights very carefully. If you're not looking for a second, or you go in too far, or you forget to engage, you might just lose all of your cavalry archers to conversion, or you might lose all of your monks. And looks like this... Oh no. This monk is actually converting the siege workshop. That'll be a big loss, because Stefan will have to rebuild it if he loses it. Yeah, it did. He lost it. Now monk is going to ungarrison. JonSnow's going to see it immediately and go for the conversion. Stefan's going to delete it. This town center is still standing, though. It's the only thing keeping JonSnow from pushing in. Now, Stefan's going to take a risky play, and he's going to move up towards the north. Those monks are very slow. However, that town center is not going to live very much longer now that the battering rams are under it. New siege workshop is being built. Look at how much of this base that Stefan's going to sacrifice, though. He's starting to have a migration towards the north and going to rebuild town centers up there. Let's take a look at the cavalry archers. They're going to try to cut off reinforcements. That's a good idea. But it looks like the town center is officially down for the first time. At what time is Fire versus Project Belgium? I believe they have rescheduled. I will check again after this game. Check Stefan's resources, please. There you go. There's Stefan's resources. A lot more resources than his opponent. He's got a 30 villager advantage. But interestingly, not a lot of gold. Almost enough stone for a castle, though. One of the best ways to shut down a monk siege rush is with the castle. However, with Stefan's base kind of split, you can't put castles at both sides of the base anymore. A castle here would have been perfect. Now the monk's going to go after the military buildings. This is not something you can afford. Big mangonel shots. There's 4 mangonels here. There's no way you can engage that. Gonna lose! Oh my god. That was 7 cavalry archers lost. And hitting himself, but he'll be able to heal that. So now another siege workshop lost, a archery range lost. More archery ranges are going to go down. Stefan's not going to have any military production buildings any longer. Got lucky with that kill on the mangonel, though. It's looking very bad for Stefan, despite having a 1,000-point score advantage. The castle, that's a great castle. It's going to secure the right side. The right side is now safe. However, what about the left side? Look at how many villagers that Stefan could lose on the left side if this push continues. And remember, these cavalry archers, they don't have ballistics, they don't have thumb ring. In fact, I don't even think the Teutons get thumb ring. So Stefan doing some market magic. Looks like he's just trying to obtain some gold by selling resources. Let's take a look at the market prices right now. So selling wood, selling food. Wood is pretty much sold out. Food's still a bit, but food is harder to come by than wood. Maybe planning on going up to the Imperial Age. Gonna add even more archery ranges. These are just rebuilding the archery ranges that he lost, remember. These are basically useless. In fact, this one even looks like it belongs to JonSnow. Yeah, not even husbandry either. And this might be the GG moment for Stefan. Now, the only thing that Stefan, the advantage he has is that he's got a 30 vill advantage. But look at these villagers. They're forced to take wood. They can't take any other resources. And they're stuck in this corner. Stefan just trying to move around, see if he can do any raiding. This side of his economy is safe, but that's not where most of his economy lies. And now Stefan has to repair this town center like a madman. Make sure it doesn't go down. Because if it goes down, then the monks will move in and start getting conversions. All of Stefan's economy geared towards wood. Remember, wood is sold out now. You can't sell it for gold. This is a pretty good... Is this a good engagement for Stefan? Starting to catch out some of these monks. But it looks like he lost maybe 4 cavalry archers to conversions. I don't think that was a very good trade for Stefan once again. Stefan down to 11 cavalry archers now. Most of them on this right side. Mangonel getting a shot on the Eagles, but they're going to get healed up. JonSnow has all the momentum. He just needs to administer the killing blow on this left side. Green noob. What a noob. What's up, JonSnow? I saw the tail end of this game and I had to cast it. I thought it was such a great game. I take it you're done streaming now, though. JonSnow now with both of his opponent's siege workshops. Should bring over his mangonels there. There we go. Gonna redirect towards the south. Meanwhile, Stefan's still roaming around, trying to find villagers. Hasn't been able to break through these walls. JonSnow has even expanded. A second town center. How rare is that for JonSnow? A second town center out towards the gold. Meanwhile, look at this mining camp. Oh my god. Classic. Classic JonSnow. And this is what I would have loved to see from Stefan. Add a castle right here. You're almost at 650 stone. It would have protected all of these villages. At least they would have been safe taking wood. So almost there to that 650 stone. Almost able to add a castle. Look at Terror's wood as well. Oh my god. Stefan finally getting wheelbarrow. 40 vill advantage for him, but could lose 40 or 50 villas here. And this is, I think, a big mistake for Stefan. Stefan has actually decided to add another town center, 100 stone, as opposed to building a castle here on the bottom side. And that could cost him the game. This monk just roaming around, there's nothing here threatening. Gonna even try to convert the siege workshop. Converted this siege workshop somehow, and JonSnow's gonna move in. JonSnow's gonna move in, try to kill these villagers. Meanwhile, towards the top, we have two petards going into the, going to chop down the walls of JonSnow. Let's see the reaction. This is a critical part of the game. Villagers, mass migration. They're gonna go for combat. Gonna take out the mangonos, and they're gonna die. They're gonna die. Yeah, JonSnow would probably be 2.7k if he could rebuild his mining camp and his lumber camps. So Stefan's gonna go for a big raid. Could potentially get a lot of villagers. Mass migration on both sides. Villagers just running for their lives, trying to get to the castle. How fast could JonSnow convert these villagers? Not fast enough. 3 villagers left remaining. They're gonna stay behind. Villagers running. Not too many converts, to be honest. Not too many converted villagers. Most of these villagers actually did get out alive somehow. Meanwhile, at Stefan's base, he's looking for, I don't know, a gold mine of villagers. Or a stone mine. Whichever you prefer. JonSnow's going into the Imperial Age. Most of his villagers stuck under the town center. Let's check his resources. Has none at all. No farmers working. No wood choppers working. But a lot of stone coming in. And those villagers are going to get slaughtered in the back. So where are we at this game right now? Huge military lead for JonSnow. JonSnow's going to be able to get the upgrades on his monks if he can use his market to afford it. It's all about using that market because what is a balanced economy? We don't need 4 of each resource. We just need stone. And with all these monks just standing here, I might bring them over towards the north. So castle's going to come up, try to trap down this castle. Monks are not very good at converting castles. So that's really the only thing keeping Stefan's base here on the right side stable. Second castle for Stefan, that's really big. This area is really hard for siege and monks to push through. So JonSnow will either have to take down the castles or transition to another unit. Doesn't have the economy to do that. Somehow he's going to hold this gate open. JonSnow trying to escape, and the gate's now open so more cavalry archers can get through. However, Stefan, interestingly, has decided to leave. And I would have kept a few back. Those stone miners somehow still taking their stone. Stefan must have not seen it. And just looking for more monks to kill. JonSnow going to add a 3rd town center. I forgot to check back at this town center. This town center is still working pretty well. And lucky find for Stefan. Gonna pick off a few more villagers. But not gonna get that many without ballistics. So JonSnow into the Imperial Age can barely afford a trebuchet. Look at these resources. They're not even coming in. That's what JonSnow has to work with. Maybe we could afford one monk tech. I would get, you could pick one. Yeah, block printing would be obvious, and then theocracy. And Stefan is going to try to transition to Elite Skirmisher. Now, Elite Skirmisher are very cheap. You can make a lot of them, and that's what's really important against going against monks. If your opponent converts something, you don't want it to be very expensive. Then the monks get their value. A little bit of a doubt TC. But Town Center's going to get up, and that's going to ensure more access to gold. All of those monk techs cost gold. So, certainly JonSnow will need more gold. There we go, Elite Skirmisher coming out. JonSnow with 2 trebuchets now. And it looks like castle will go down for Stefan. These castles are really the main thing that's defending the base from the monks. Until those skirmishers get massed. And remember, with each new monk technology, JonSnow gains 5 HP on his monks. So, Theocracy, Illumination coming in, these will be 70 HP monks. There's a lot of rams down here. Gonna want to bring them up towards the north. Okay, so castle's down. Trebuchets can pack up. Go for the town center now. Take out these military buildings. And let's check JonSnow's economy back at home. Able to resume taking wood. Seed up a few farmers. These villagers can do something useful now. I think it's a little bit of a mistake. Stefan's really not done a lot with his cavalry archers since they left the base of JonSnow. I would have kept them over there. Now I'm going to go for this town center on the right side. And JonSnow's going to lose a lot of villagers trying to take out these rams. However, the town center does stay up. It's a nice position. It really keeps Stefan from expanding even further. Really hard for Stefan to get enough food for these skirmishers without a lot of space. So let's see, is this going to be an engagement? Skirmishers versus monks? There's a lot of monks here. They could potentially convert all of these skirmishers. If JonSnow is fast enough. Although it does seem a little bit of a waste to be using monks against skirmishers. And this is the big upgrade. Heresy coming in. Now with the Teutons and their natural conversion resistance, this is like having Heresy and Faith together. That's a big deal. Heresy is 1,000 gold. It's a very expensive upgrade, which is why you don't see it all the time. But basically it means that instead of units getting converted, they die. So monks are only half as effective as they normally be. So we have the Teutons bonus here. We have Heresy. We have a unit that is okay at killing. Pretty decent at killing, you know, monks. They have range. They have a decent attack. And they're very cheap, which is most important. So they're easy to mass. Now, where are those cavalry archers? They're still up towards the north, killing all the villagers on this town center. They should come down. Maybe we see one big engagement here. The advantage that JonSnow's had this whole game is he's had a bigger military. He doesn't have a bigger military now, but he's certainly got a higher quality one. He's got the tech advantage. So it's important that JonSnow keeps his momentum up, doesn't lose his army, but he also needs to keep pushing because his opponent has double the villagers that he has. And there's no way he's ever going to come back from that. Especially with JonSnow being out of stone and gold in his own base. Needs to push out. And this might be the big engagement. Skirmishers are kind of stuck on the right side, though. Big mangonel shot on the cavalry archers. JonSnow not Wololoing fast enough. Most of these monks still have enough faith on them. Try to go after this last town center. There's too many skirmishers here. A lot of the monks are losing their faith. Trying to regain it as fast as possible. There's even a ram coming in. How do you stop the ram? And no more momentum from JonSnow. JonSnow is being pushed back. Stefan may be able to keep this momentum up with all of the villagers he has. And GG. What an excellent game. Good game. Look at how we got here. Look at the map. Look at Stefan's original base. Nothing left. We had that mass migration from both players, actually. JonSnow having to get off of his wood line, losing a lot of his gold miners. Stefan, mass migration over to the right side, rebooming over there. These two castles really saved him. And making the right unit switch Attacking at the right time. That heresy upgrade coming in. Finally being able to stop JonSnow. I would have liked to see maybe JonSnow adding town centers a little earlier. Maybe, you know, killing the left side a little bit quicker. Moving over to the right side, didn't pay much attention to it. And, yeah, what an excellent game from both players. This is... You never see this kind of play in Arena. You never see cavalry archers from the Teutons. You never see masked monks. You never see a player with double the villagers, and you don't know if they're going to win or not. This is why Arena is such a great map, and it's such a great thing to have these exclusive Arena players. These players who specialize on the map and give us excellent games like this. So I hope you enjoyed this game. I really had to cast this one, and I'll see you guys in the next cast. Take a look at the achievements. That Teutonic Knight, yeah. Instant GG once you see the Teutonic Knight. You know it's over. Especially the gold one. The units killed, same thing. 40 units converted. 88 buildings lost from Stefan. What in the world? Two castles, 2 relics captured. This is a big, yeah, this was a huge mistake, I think, from JonSnow. So 1 relic gains you 1,400 gold throughout the course of the game. Imagine what 5 relics could have done. Could have had 5 relics. Could have had, by that time in Imperial Age, could have had 4,000 more gold. Imagine going into the Imperial Age with 4,000 gold. Just granted to you. That's big. Villager high 69, best number. As Katsuni would say. And here's your timeline. Very exciting timeline. You saw like the last few minutes. You should have seen the first big engagement. Castle Age was pretty incredible too. Yeah, how do you not collect the relics? Yeah, that was a big mistake in my opinion. There's a lot to focus on. A lot to focus on. Alright, so let's see what kind of games we can cast now. That was the record I wanted to show you guys. I'm going to check Voobly and see what else is going on. So we have some 2K players playing right now. We will most likely join them. If there's any particular games you guys would like to see, it doesn't have to be an expert game. I'm just checking the Voobly lobbies. In fact, it could even be a recorded game if you know a good one that you'd like to see. Just go ahead and recommend it. This is a very casual stream today. If we have enough viewers, we could even do a community game. Oh, we have 82 viewers. Must have gotten a host, maybe from JonSnow. If I did, appreciate it. Condidat wants a Nomad game. Don't skip leg day. Oh man. Casual Steam. Are you sure? Close enough. Oh, Odette hosted. Okay, I'll give her a thanks a little later on. Thanks for letting me know. So, I have a request for a Nomad game. Dear God, I'm not casting a land Nomad game. Those games go on for hours. I once joined a land Nomad, the free-for-all one that people always host, and must have played it for 3 hours, and yeah, it didn't go so well because I didn't finish the game.